welcome back to Kirk Kooks. So today we're going to be revisiting the Big Mac pizza. We initially made this in one of the very first episodes on the channel, but we're going to completely ump it up this time. It's not going to be one pizza, we are literally making a Big Mac. So we're going to have pizza base, all the stuff that goes in it, pate, pizza base, all the stuff that goes in it, pate, pizza base, with some sesame seeds on the top. So we're literally just building a giant Big Mac but replacing the buns with pizza. We're also going to be making our own Big Mac sauce. There was a Reddit user recently called YoungBull94 who posted a recipe on Reddit, which a lot of people say is actually really close to the Big Mac recipe. So that is the sauce recipe we're going to try today. Obviously, as always, we're making our own pizza dough, our own tomato sauce for the base, although there's not going to be a lot of tomato sauce being used on this, but we will make our own sauce. And then obviously, of course, we've got to make some giant beef pates. So the first thing to do is we need to get this dough mix ready, because that's going to want a couple of hours to rise. So we'll get on with that first. So I'm going to be using the stand mixer to make the dough and knead it and everything. You can knead this by hand if you want, but I would prefer just use a dough hook and the machine because it's a lot easier. So let's very quickly go over what my recipe is for making a dough, which doesn't need a really long cold rise. You can do this, it rises in a couple of hours, then you split it up, give it about another hour and it's ready. So you're looking at about a 3-hour dough basically. So the first thing we want to do here is get some water ready at a nice cool temperature that the yeast will thrive in. So to start with that, we want 125 millilitres of boiled water. And then to that, we add 250 millilitres of cold water. Give that a quick mix. Then to the water, we want to add 10 grams of instant yeast. Get that yeast all mixed in with the water. Then we just move that aside and leave that for now. So then you want 700 grams of flour. Ideally you want the soft wheat 00 flour. I use the Silesian Casilio, I don't know if I said that right, but that's what I use, that's what I always use for my pizzas. It's quite a good flour this for pizzas. So we want 700 grams of this. Then we want 30 grams of caster sugar, 25 grams of salt. Then we just want to mix all those dry ingredients together. And then we want to add 4 tablespoons of olive oil. Then just make a little well in the middle. Bring our water and yeast mix back and pour that in. Then just get all of this worked together. Just want to get all this worked together so it's in a nice ball of dough. And then we can start kneading. Okay, so that's all mixed together now, so now we can get it on the mixer and knead it. So I'm going to knead this for about 8 minutes. If you're kneading it by hand, you'd probably want to do it for about the same amount. So once you've got that kneaded, just take this out. It shouldn't be too sticky. I mean, I can handle this quite well already. That's how you want your dough to be, because then when you come in stretching it and stuff later on, once it's had its rises, it'll be really easy to hand stretch. Just get that nicely balled up, pop it back in there, get yourself a damp kitchen towel, pop that over the top, then just put this aside for now, wants 2 hours to rise. Okay, so next, let's make a nice tomato sauce for our pizza bases. So we will also be using the special Big Mac burger sauce as well for a lot of the bases on this, but we do still want some tomato sauce. So what I've got here, I've got 5 tomatoes which I've already roasted. I'll put these in the oven for about 20 minutes on gas 6. Just going to chuck all of those in there. To those I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of tomato puree, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of smoked sweet paprika, 1 teaspoon of marjoram, 1 teaspoon of basil, 1 teaspoon of oregano, and then a dash of salt and a dash of pepper. So then I'm going to take my blender and just blend all this together. And that's it. That's how easy that is. If you want to make it even easier, don't bother roasting your own tomatoes, just get a tin of tomatoes and use that instead. But that is our tomato sauce. Okay, so now we will try Reddit user Youngbull94's special Big Mac sauce recipe. First thing for this is we want about half a cup of mayo. Okay, so then to the mayo we want to add 2 tablespoons of French dressing. To that we add 1 heaped teaspoon of sweet relish. So this is a bit of a weird ingredient. We want 3 tablespoons of the juice from a jar of pickled gherkins or dill pickles. So we want 3 tablespoons of this juice. One teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of ketchup, and finally a dash of salt. So now we just mix all this together. And then that is our finished special Big Mac sauce. Yes, that's really close, that is really close. I've tried a few of these Big Mac sauce recipes. I think that's definitely the closest I've ever found to actually tasting like the Big Mac one from McDonald's. Well, that's really good, that is really good. Give that one a try. Like I say, that was from Reddit user Youngbull94. So I'm going to pop this in the fridge until we need it. So now we need to make some burger pates. I've got 750 grams of beef mince here. I'm going to put all that into a bowl. I'm going to put a little bit of salt and pepper into this. Then we're going to give this a really good mix together. And then once we've got one solid ball of mince, take the bowl away, well, pop it there. Roughly split this into 2. Pop one back in the bowl for now. So then we want to turn this into a really big, round, flat pate. Okay, so with that like that, got a frying pan here. I'm just going to get this heated up so I can cook both of these through. Get that heated up, we'll get this one put in. Okay, so we'll take the burger, pop that in the frying pan. Just pushing down on this, just get it a little bit flatter. Make it spread out a little more. So this isn't going to want too long, so it is a very thin patty. Although it's big, it's very thin, so this isn't going to take very long to cook. So that's our first burger done. So now we'll just quickly flatten this one out. Same again, we'll just pop that in here. While it's in, we'll just try and put a bit of weight on it just to flatten it out that little bit more. So that is basically all the prep for this Big Mac burger done now. We're just waiting for the dough to rise. So we'll come back when that's risen and get it split up into dough balls, leave them for a little bit longer, then we'll get it stretched out and get this crazy thing cooked. Okay, so after 2 hours, our dough's about doubled in size. So we want to take that out. Let's get this folded up again. Now this dough from the recipe that I've showed you should give us enough for about 4 to 5 pizza bases. I'm just going to weigh it just to make sure. Yeah, total weight of that is nearly 1200 grams or 1.2 kilos. Now typically what I would usually do is break this down into about 250 to 300 grams. So I'm going to break this down into 4 300 gram balls, which are going to leave us with 1 extra, which I'll use at another point. So that'll be our first dough ball. What I'll do is I'll just break all this up, like I say, 300 grams-ish, 4 balls. Then we need to leave this again for another hour. Okay, so we'll now leave these for about 30 minutes to an hour, let them rise again a little bit, then we'll get them stretched out, and we'll get making this Big Mac pizza. Oh yeah, just cover them up. And yeah, we'll come back when they've risen. Okay, so the dough is ready to be stretched now. So, let's dough. I'm just going to put a little bit of this semolina flour on this. And we just want to stretch this out, just sort of make a little sort of donut, pat it out from the middle. So you're leaving your sort of pizza crust around the edges. Once you've done that, you just stretch it really. I mean, however you can stretch. I mean, this is the method that I started with. This is quite an easy one. Just sort of hold it like this and just rotate it. And gravity will sort of just do the job for you eventually. Or you can try this. It is also a pretty good method for stretching. Both easy ones. I mean, I don't really throw it around and stuff like that myself. So we'll do this with all 3 pizza doughs. And then we'll get ready to make this Big Mac pizza. There you have it, 3 stretched pizzas for this Big Mac pizza. So what we're going to do now is we're going to top 2 with a layer of burger sauce, a bit of cheese, one of the burger pates we made, then a bit more cheese. We'll do the same with this one. And with the one that would essentially be the middle bun, we're going to use a bit of tomato sauce on that and basically just make a cheese and tomato pizza. Once this is all made, we'll then add the chopped onion, the chopped lettuce and the pickles. And then we'll get it all together. I want the onion and the lettuce and stuff to be fresh, so I don't want to cook it in the oven with the pizza, so we'll add those last. Okay, so let's get these topped very quickly. So if we call this our bottom pizza, we want some burger sauce, some of the special Big Mac sauce we've just made. Spread that out along here. Then we're going to want a little sprinkling of cheese, not much, just a little. Then we're going to take our first burger pate and put that in the middle there. Then we'll top that with a bit more cheese. Maybe just a little drizzle of the sauce on top of there if we can. So that's that one done. We'll get that one straight into the oven. While that cooks, we'll get our middle pizza burger done. So we want the same again. Burger sauce, the special Big Mac sauce. Just move that one aside while we finish cooking the other one. And then this is going to be our middle pizza. Sort of like the middle bun, and this is just going to be a regular cheese and tomato pizza. Now I know a Big Mac typically doesn't have tomato sauce in it, but it also isn't made from pizza, so we can add this in, I think, just to give it a bit more flavour and a bit more of the pizza feel. So we just do that and just some cheese. I'll also use the last of our burger sauce on this one, just get a bit of this on there. Okay, so we'll just move this one aside as well. Just let this one finish cooking, and I'll cook the other 2. Then when we come back, we're ready to start putting this together. Right, so that's all the pizzas cooked now, so we're going to get the toppings on this and get it all put together. So we've got some fresh onion, some lettuce, and then a nice bunch of pickles. Then we take our middle pizza, or your middle bun, we get that on the middle there. Right, so then we'll get another layer of lettuce on there, a layer of onion, a layer of pickle, and then we'll put the top on. Right, so then we take our top pizza or our top bun, we're going to have to flip this really quickly, and there we go. We'll just give it a little finishing touch. There we go. Right, so this is our finished Big Mac pizza. I've got some friends to come and eat this with me because it is absolutely huge. Just take a look inside of it. There you go, look, it looks like a Big Mac inside.
It's not bad. It looks pretty delicious.
So we'll get this sliced up and we'll all give it a taste. It smells like a Big Mac.
I tell you, it does, yeah. It looks like a Big Mac.
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
When I order my Big Mac, I say no gherkins.
Well, there wasn't an option of no gherkins today, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it's not McDonald's. You didn't drive through and ask Kirk for it.
So yeah, Big Mac pizza version 2.
It does smell like a Big Mac.
See if it tastes like a Big Mac.
I am taking my gherkins out.
Jace is one of them that doesn't have gherkins.
I order my Big Mac, no gherkins.
It literally just tastes like a Big Mac.
How you meant to eat it? It's just as fiddly as anything you order.
It's just about the same. It's actually about the same thickness as a normal Big Mac, I reckon.
In the adverts. Yeah, what you see on the telly, in the pictures. That is actually nice.
That's nice, yeah.
I think the sauce tastes like a Big Mac sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even with the gherkin juice.
it folds apart on your plate like a Big Mac as well.
Mm. Oh man, that's actually really nice. So there you go, look, I'm not just bullshitting when I say that the stuff that I cook's really nice.
But yeah, Carl's gone for it. Look, it's been finished.
No, I'm actually quite impressed with that. It's better than the first Big Mac pizza I did, which was just a pizza.
A slice of that is like the same as probably eating a full Big Mac.
Eating a full pizza.
Yeah, that's really nice. I'm a full pizza, yeah.
Yeah, I could eat a whole one. You just need to reduce the size of it.
What, the whole pizza?
Yeah, make little pizzas.
Oh, what? Yeah, I suppose you could, couldn't you? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of making one big pizza, you couldn't slice, you make loads of little mini.
Big Mac size ones.
Big Mac pizza version 3.
Big Mac size pizzas.
I only do it so I get free food.
It's the return of the Mac.
You can have that playing at the start.
No.
Oh no,
Copyright.
Copyright laws, yeah.
That was dead filling as well, wasn't it? That?
Yeah.
It was literally, I reckon that was about the equivalent of eating an actual Big Mac.
Yes, or two.
Or 2.
Big Mac and fries.
Well, because it's pizza, the bun doesn't disintegrate.
Oh well, so there you go then, guys. If you tune into the upcoming Ninja Turtle Pizza Wednesday episodes, for the next 6 weeks, these 3 guys will be taking part in those. They're going to be tasting some Turtles pizzas.
Yay!
So yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Really good.
That was nice, that.
We'll catch you next time. Once again, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Pizza Wednesday.
Jelly bean and sausage pizzas.
Strawberry surprise pizza with anchovy sauce.
Peanut butter and clams. Anchovies and bananas.